Hi, we're Ian and Julie. Follow us on our tiny homestead and our debt-free project of a lifetime, the building of our shipping container home here in the Pyrenees, and all of this alongside our full-time jobs.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Well, a bit of a rest from all the building work this week because, as you can see, spring has caught up with us finally here in the French Pyrenees. You might have seen in our last video, I was clearing some of the grass before I got the mini digger out to dig all our trenches for our drainage. What I used was this Morata S1 two-wheel drive zero-turn lawnmower. They also do a four-wheel drive version where basically these wheels here are another set on the front. Now, we were sent this by Morata a couple of weeks ago, and they are launching on Wednesday, the 27th of March, their Kickstarter program. Now, they have got these products in full production. So, although this is a pre-production model, they have already got a factory churning them out in readiness for the Kickstarter launch on March 27th. The package was about 60 kilograms. What's that, 120, just over 130 pounds. Just received the lawnmower from MOWRATOR. So we've got the main mower unit, and what normally sits inside the main mower unit is this battery here, and that is a beast. So it is a 56 volt 18 amp hour battery. You might wonder why I'm doing this in my hallway. Firstly, it's night time and I'm too excited to get this all together and not wait till morning. And secondly, when we brought it in, we tipped the box up. Well, the delivery guy tipped the box up and Julie said, "Whoa, what if everything pours out?" Well, this is not a gasoline motor. This is pure electric. And it is clean. The whole unit is perfectly clean. I can get it all built up wherever I want to build it up before I take it outside. Well, I've got it flipped up. This is the underside. It's pretty simple, but this is a nice blade, 21 inch, nearly a 50 centimeter blade here. Don't worry, there's no battery inside, but that is a proper size lawnmower. So we've been testing this on the off-grid plot, some very long grass. It's not a very fair test. This is the first cut of the season. The grass was all wet, but this thing powered through. We've also been to my son's house for the weekend while we were looking after the grandchildren. They have had a go at using it, and I did his whole of his garden, probably an hour and a half for a third of an acre, and still 30% left on the battery. Oh, hold on, got to get him all up and running. In a minute, I'll show you. Look. You want to go? So forward, back, left, right. And just go forward to begin with. Yeah? Whoa, there he goes. Turn him round. That's it, look at that. Back here.
Wow, aren't you clever? Let's take it to the swing. Under attack.
And instead of just wasting it in the compost, you can always give it to the chickens. Hello. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's this?
And we've got eggs. Let's have a look. Oh,
look at those.
Beautiful eggs, Margot. And what colour are they?
Blue here.
And what's that one?
Brown.
Brown. Brown and blue. Good girl.
Brown and blue.
Good girl.
The designer of the remote, as you can probably see, has come from DJI, the drone guys. It's very similar, it's very recognizable, and all the controls, if you've done a little bit of gaming or anything like this, you can just go straight into it. The buttons are so easy to use. Little LCD screen on here as well to give you some information, errors, or if there's a problem or one of these emergency stops is on, it'll tell you that it's on. Plus you've got pretty big flashing indicators here. It's quite good that actually they have one on each side as well. But there's no problem if it tilts over or bounces, this thing will shut off. It has sensors all the way around. It has sensors on the front, these ultrasonic sensors here, in case there's a small dog, they're not around here at the moment, may get in the way, it'll shut down again. And it also has a big bumper on the front which pushes against another sensor in case of a collision. To turn the machine on, you basically open the battery lid, and there's a big button on here, and you leave that pressed until all 4 segments light green. There we go. And then you turn on the remote control and it flashes up. It has a PIN code and they all come 888888. It says OK, you press OK, and now it'll initialize. It's already initialized. As you see, there's a little diagram of the mower and some more information. The auto bag, the cutter is off at the moment. The auto bag basically will lift this up and drop it out on your compost or wherever you want to put your grass. It's not initialized on this model because it is a pre-production model, but everything else, it's fine. Let's get it going. So to make the cutter go, safety always, you have to hold the 2 top buttons down and then press a small green icon on the screen. And you're allowed to take 1 finger off, but you have to hold 1 finger on all the time while cutting. And as soon as you take your finger off, it stops. So the best review I can do with this mower is basically just to show you. So here goes. One thing I need to do, I've got it set at the total height of 4.1. I'm going to drop him down to 2 because this is a nice domestic garden, not like the off-grid plot where the grass was basically up here. So on the remote control you've got a manual and a smart. Now the smart is to use these buttons up the top here. So you can basically press this button here and off it goes. I'll bring it back. And that'll go in a straight line. And then when you get to the end of your straight line, you can press a button and he'll do a U-turn, or the other way, a U-turn that way. So when it does the turns, the little indicator lights will actually change color to blue. Then you've got your rotary cutter speed. I'll just get him up and running and you can hear. So that is on number 1, number 2 and number 3. So depending on the state of your garden at the time, you can choose which level. I'm going to do the 3 speeds now. So you've got the little tortoise, a medium speed and the super fast hare speed. So this is the slow speed. Nice and gentle. The medium speed, that's a nice speed to work with, this one. Little UE, and then we got the super fast hair speed. That one basically wheel spins off from wherever you are, and the turns are quicker. So if you've got a big garden, you haven't got much time, stick it in hair mode and you're off. Mention you've got 2 emergency switches here, and the indicator will go red. So either side, indicators go red, and it'll shut it all down. It doesn't shut the power off, but you won't allow you to move it. So if I go there, I've got no control whatsoever now. Well, full control because there's 0 control, if you see what I mean. So pull these out, but on the remote also you have that option. So there's a big button here, press that, it does exactly the same, and on here it says emergency stops triggered by remote. The little red indicator's on, still no controls. To get rid of that, you just press it once again. Indicators are green, we're all ready to go. Just going to power him down. So lift the lid, turn him off until all the 3 segments go off, and you can hear the fan powering down. Another thing that's really cool about this machine is the size of the blade. Oh, let's have a look. So this is a 21-inch 50-centimeter blade, and it comes right out to just in front of the wheels, probably about an inch or so in front of the wheels, 25mm. So you can cut right up to the edges of all these garden beds. I've got to do a little bit of cleaning. You can see I have done quite a bit of testing. So there is a lot of mulch here. And talking about mulch, they do an option for a mulching blade, and that will basically mulch up all those leaves and everything else. And going on to the leaves, they also do a vacuum kit. So they'll put a plate over here, which is an option, and a big hose, and you can mow this around, move this around your garden with the vacuum kit on, and it'll just suck up all those leaves into the back box. To get rid of all of that mulch, there is a little spigot here that you connect your garden hose to, and either have your blades turning or just really pressurized, the water will wash that off, and that's quite common on a lot of these mowers. But I've done my garden here, this little section. Now it would normally take me probably about I don't know, half an hour or so with a sit-on lawnmower. It's taken me about 20 minutes with this. This is a lot faster than the sit-on, even though the sit-on's got wider blades. Trying to make these turns and get around all these little these tight areas, this is a lot more versatile for that. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really chuffed. I've never sort of done a review or backed anything for a Kickstarter before. As I said, this is a pre-production model. There's various little changes they're going to make, but it is in full production by the end of this month, and Wednesday is the day that they launch. There you go. Well, that was the hardest test this has gone through, but basically it has cleared this whole section here. Everything it is done. What a little beast it is.
And this hasn't been touched since October. It's not been cut since October, and we're now in March.
I just want to say thank you to Morata for sending us this test unit for their Kickstarter program, which starts on March 27th, this Wednesday coming. I will put some links down in the description taking you directly to that page. The 40% discount you get puts this at around 1,700 euros, or the four-wheel drive one just over 2,000 euros. So that price is I think pretty good. And compare that to the red remote control mower I bought myself, the one with the tracks on. Well, that was probably 2,600 euros imported from China, and comparison, this is so much faster, so much more controllable, and it's got the same blade width, 50 centimeters, 21 inch. So between the two, this one with the four-wheel drive option will be able to do exactly the same as that tracked version that I've already got. So this two-wheel drive version, you've just seen that we can get up all our banks, and it's super, it's great. So get over there, follow the links below. I will see you in the next video where we're back to our building, back to the homestead, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you then. Thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and see you next week.